Hello, and welcome to this edition of School Notes. I'm Paul Rowe. 35 Hampton and Phoebus High School seniors are officially enrolled as full-time students at Thomas Nelson Community College as part of Hampton's Early College Pilot Program. Since their junior year at their respective high schools, the students have attended dual enrollment courses taught by adjunct professors who are also on the high school faculty. Early college students earn both college and high school credit.
So the class of 2014 at both Phoebus and Hampton High Schools are part of the Gear Up cohort. They are the Gear Up cohort. And so as a result, with the grant and some of the vision that we have in terms of post-secondary preparation, what came about a couple of years ago was the early college program. So the students had to go through a number of steps. They had to qualify through testing at Thomas Nelson's level, and then they had to undergo interviews and recommendations and so forth.
Well, it puts me ahead, makes me have like a faster track, just get started earlier. I like to major in architectural construction, because I enjoy, like making things with my hands, like building things together, taking them apart. Enjoy doing that. It was a lot different, a lot different from high school, I can say that. Like, different experience. I feel you're on your own, like you gotta look out for yourself.
We think it's about the preparation, for them, and obviously to give them a leg up in terms of maybe graduating a semester early if that's what they're interested in, or kind of trying to feel out their interests. I thought I wanted to be a scientist, but whoa, that collegiate level chemistry, maybe not. Maybe I should look at the psychology instead, which was my secondary interest. So this also gives them the chance to kind of work through some of those without a sense of penalty to themselves because of money, spent or time lost, on campus.
While the Gear Up students have started college courses, other high school seniors are beginning the application process for college admission and scholarships. Reporter Jeray Bolton attended college admissions night at Phoebus High School and files this report.
Hampton City Schools on-site admissions night was an opportunity for students from all 4 high schools to come together and meet with college recruiters. There, students were able to be accepted on-site, and some were even given some scholarships. Overall, on-site admissions night was an opportunity to not only showcase academic merit, but to showcase our students' personalities. This was the 3rd year for the event, and it has grown from 10 colleges to 24 colleges. Clarence Payne, a senior at Bethel High School, said that he was able to take away that anything is possible. Clarence felt open admissions was helpful, fun, and enjoyable. Jemiah Worrell, a senior at Phoebus High School, said it was difficult because some schools can be picky, but it was good because the goal is to find the right fit for your future. Ms. Penny Peterson, Director of Guidance and Counseling, stated that students felt more prepared through things like Gear Up, spending time with their counselors, and having more time to prepare for the event. Reporting for School Notes, I'm Jeray Bolton.
College representatives reported they interviewed 302 students and accepted 202 of those with 60 on waiting lists. Hampton City Schools GED Testing Center, which is housed at the campus at Lee, set a record in 2013 with 675 adults and students passing the GED exam. The standing record for Hampton's Testing Center was 543. Myra Chambers, director of the campus at Lee, and her staff worked throughout the holiday break in December to ensure access for students and community members who needed to take the GED test. Chambers and her staff offered tutoring and workshops and administered more than 250 tests during the last week of December, when many other testing sites were closed, even giving the exam all day on New Year's Eve. Recently, students from the Spratley Gifted Center visited the Chrysler Glass Studio in Norfolk. Here, they got a chance to work directly with artist and educator Sarah Gilbert of Portland, Oregon. By making molds of their hands, feet, and other parts of their bodies using dental alginate material, the 8th graders helped Gilbert create a large glass installation piece to be displayed at the Chrysler Museum in the fall.
That is actually pretty cool.
That is really neat.
I never realized how many lines there were in my hand.
It felt really like liquid. It was almost like a gelatin, almost.
Really gooey. Really, really gooey. It's like oatmeal.
Why did you choose to do your foot?
Because I play soccer. I really been playing forever.
I think it's kind of unique that you're taking body parts and putting it into art.
But you can, even though art is pretty much, it's not really one set thing. It's basically just like do what you feel is special to you, and you can do whatever, and it's practically anything, you know.
It's actually pretty interesting that my year's going to be part of a piece of art, and it's going to be the museum. I feel very proud.
Gifted art teacher Liz Jones received a $300 grant from the Hampton Education Foundation for glass materials so her students could make glass art in the classroom. Later, the students visited the Chrysler Museum Glass Studio to see firsthand how glass is made.
So when I wrote the grant and when I was working with Miss Ashley Waite, she's my partner at Spratley Gifted Center, we were talking together how it related. We have art SOLs and science SOLs that are all 8th grade level, because I write up instead of down because we're at a gifted center, so we go to a higher level. And this coordinates with art in the community and the different ways that glass go from solid to liquid and how it's used in today's society. So I'm really proud of my students. I love the kids I work with. I feel it's an honor and a privilege. I'm passionate about my job, and I plan to keep on writing grants and doing field trips to wherever I can that has art and active artists and people in the community.
You can see Gilbert's work and learn more about her project with the Chrysler Museum Glass Studio by visiting chrysler.org. If you're a Hampton City School student and interested in a professional career in the medical field, go to our website to learn more about the Governor's Health and Medical Sciences Academy. Check out this video to see some of the options available to you.
The world of the licensed medical professional is the largest, fastest growing career field in Hampton. Do you plan to be a doctor, nurse, or other medical professional? The Governor's Health Sciences Academy is the place you want to be now.
I want to be a neurologist because the human brain excites me.
It's very hands-on, like it's easier to learn from hands-on things and not just teachers telling it to you, but more of you actually doing the stuff that you're learning.
My goal is to be a CRNA, a certified registered nurse anesthetist. It's basically the same thing as an anesthesiologist, but on the nurse level.
The Governor's Health Sciences Academy at Bethel High School tailors your experience through 5 plans of study. Each plan of study is specifically designed to further your progress to the career field of your choice. Your pathway will begin with entry-level courses and gradually become more focused on your career.
Take the first step toward your future and visit Hampton City Schools website. Click on Our Schools and select Career Academies. Choose the application form that best fits you and take it to your counselor by March 1st.
The Robotics II class teamed up with the Video Media Technology class at Phoebus High School for the first robotics competition in the spring. Students from the Video Media class shot footage of their robotics peers testing the trajectory of a giant nylon-covered ball, similar to what will be used in the competition. Robotics students would throw the ball from one free throw line to the other on the basketball court. In the competition, the balls will be thrown with a catapult-like mechanism. The robotics class wanted to know if air resistance would have a significant effect on the trajectory of the ball. Analysis of the video showed that air resistance has a minimal effect because when they mirrored the left and right halves of the image, using the editing software from the media class, it showed there was very little loss of velocity. Students from both classes hope their work will pay off during the first robotics competition this spring. We'd like to thank the video media class for shooting the news footage you just watched. It really does take a team effort to share all that happens throughout the Hampton City Schools. Also, while we're talking about Phoebus, check out this wonderful story about Assistant Principal Shamika Pollard. She was surprised when Kurt Williams of WTKR Channel 3 showed up at her school to present her with the People Taking Action Award. Surrounded by her peers, she received a certificate and a $100 Visa gift card from WTKR's community partner, Southern Bank. The award is given to citizens in the WTKR viewing area who make a difference in the lives of others. Tanya Aviles, security officer at Phoebus, nominated Pollard. She was nominated for helping to feed students during the Thanksgiving and winter holidays when they were missing meals at school. What a selfless thing to do. Hampton High School hosted the Stand Your Ground for Peace Youth Step Show. The show was sponsored by Parents Against Bullying of Virginia. The event raised awareness about domestic violence issues in schools and the community. Attendees learned how to prevent bullying while also experiencing the talents of local students in a step competition.
I feel it is very important for the public to know about our Stand Your Ground for Peace step show competition for the youth today, because we're joining in unity to stomp out the bullying and violence of this big issue that we're having nationwide.
It's not worth it. Like, there's no reason to put someone down just to build you up. You can build your own self up with just using integrity. Integrity will get you a long way than not having integrity. And you should use your head sometimes and not your fists. Fighting is not always the answer.
Well, this is a fantastic turnout for Parents Against Bullying in a step competition to reduce violence in our communities. What a great group of kids, what talent that they have out there. It's been very, very interesting, and it's really exciting to see the intensity, the motivation, and frankly just the excitement in the auditorium tonight, and all for a common cause, coming together to prevent violence in our community.
The best thing parents can do is talk with their kids. Also, if they're having problems in the school, talk with your administrators, the school counselors, or anyone in the school who can be of any help. And also, there's lots of wonderful tips on the internet that they can browse and find.
Kecoughtan High School hosted the 25th annual Kecoughtan Invitational Swim Meet at the Midtown Aquatic Center in Newport News. More than 500 competitors from public and private schools throughout the state were at the meet. The event serves as a fundraiser for Kecoughtan's swim team. Once costs are covered for facility rental and other expenses. Local Sports Channel personality Bob Hintz was on hand for the all-day event.
One thing everybody likes about this meet is we get swimmers, their teams, from all the different divisions, from 6A, 5A, all the way down to 1A. Plus, I invite the private schools too. So this is the only meet where everybody gets to compete against each other.
I started swimming when I was about 4, and so my parents, my father especially, swam when he was a child growing up. We all swam for Riverdale Rays swim team, and then all of my siblings have swam as well. And so I'm the youngest, and me being a senior now, all of us have gone through Hampton High School.
So I've been swimming over about 10 years now. I started swimming when I first moved from Washington State, and that's how I met a lot of friends and got where I am now. I have to say my best event is 200 freestyle. I'm more of a long distance swimmer, but I don't necessarily like very long distances. And the 200 is easy to pace. It's 450s and you just build it up. I absolutely love my team, and I don't even consider them a team. They're family to me, and I've known everybody on that team well before I even started swimming, and they mean everything to me. I'm as ready as I'll ever be. I know I'm physically ready, but a big part of swimming is the mental game, and when you come to big meets like this, it's easy to get really psyched out.
Well, we started out with a really small team. We had, I think, 4 boys and 2 girls. This year we have 12 boys and 6 girls. Well, this particular swim meet means a lot to the swimmers. It's a championship format, which means that they come out and they really, really swim fast. They drop a lot of time. There's some serious fast swimming at this meet going on. I have brought 1 swimmer this is his first year, and I'm so proud that he qualified and he's here today.
It's great to have the experience of bigger teams, teams that you've never seen before, teams that are extremely fast. So it really helps push us in that way to get better times and then to set us up later for the conference and district meets.
Hampton High School, I'm a crabber, been one my whole life. My swim team, we have about 34 kids on our swim team. It's grown. When I first started coaching, there was 12, and we have 34 on the roster today. The team is very tight. They're a family, they love each other. It's great. Not only do we compete, but we also have a lot of fun. We do some charity events. I try to just show the kids what it's like outside of the pool, having fun as a team, and inside the pool.
From the Midtown Aquatic Center, Newport News, the 25th Annual Kecoughtan Invitational Swim Meet. Reporting for School Notes, I'm Bob Henson. Till next time.
If you're watching School Notes on television right now, you possibly knew what time to see our news program. Did you know you could watch School Notes on YouTube anytime, along with many, many other Hampton City Schools programs and videos? There are so many options to keep up to date with all that's going on in our schools. Check us out on Facebook, where you can see tons of photos from all of our schools' day-to-day activities. We're also on Twitter, so you can read 140 characters or less of news if you're in a hurry. Sign up for our email extra and have a weekly email sent directly to your inbox. Make sure you visit the Hampton City Schools website for the latest headlines, too. We're here to give you the information you need. If you have stories to share, please contact us. We hope you've enjoyed this edition of School Notes. Thank you for joining us. And remember, it's every child, every day, whatever it takes.